obviously I'm not wearing my normal garb, and we'll get into that, and we'll talk about some of the blessings. But these blessings that we have in disguise, or maybe they're not in disguise, but we choose not to focus on them. Past couple of months have been pretty difficult on my end, and I think it's a nice thing in one hand that I'm a bivocational pastor. I get to experience the secular world with you all, the same as you experience it, not just be surrounded all day, 40 hours a week by people that are just talking church stuff and just what's happening in the church, but being able to go out in the workplace and see the same things and experience the same things in life that everyone else does. And you guys know some of the things that have been going on in my life, and there are some things that you haven't known about. It was about 4 or 5 months ago, March, April, when everything in my life kind of took these turns. And it just seemed like every day there was something new coming up, and me asking, what am I supposed to do here? So it was right around the beginning of April. That was when my ex decided to move out, and we were firm on our decision to separate. And then so that was the first, and then I go to work on April the 3rd, which was a Monday. And as you guys know, I had worked for a nonprofit in the sewer industry, and I'm told we don't have any money, so we're going to have to let you go. So the first, everything happened. The third, I'm sitting here and I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do. The whole house of cards has fallen. Time goes on. I'm praying. I'm wondering what the next step will be, where God is leading me to go, and I get an offer that sounds amazing. I'll get to work from home every single day. I'll be able to be at home with the kids when they get off the bus. I'm trying to set things up so they make sense in this new reality. I'm still so focused on all these things that are going wrong. I get this new job where I'll be working again remotely and helping people with getting their medical bracelets. You've seen those people that have medical bracelets, or maybe you have one that has certain conditions or medications on it, and forgot to hit record. I'm working on that. Things seem like they're going well, but at the same time, I still had some applications out there for some other things, and as time goes on, I'm starting to realize that, man, this place that I signed up for isn't what I thought it was. It isn't the charity that I thought I signed up for. What I'm seeing here is I have a team that I'm trying to lead that has been beaten down and really felt unappreciated by this company, and they're making a low amount per hour, and I'm fighting for them to get a little bit of a raise, and I'm being met at every turn with, we don't have money, this is a nonprofit. Meanwhile, our COO is getting a $500,000 a year salary. And I could not do that. I could not see me fighting for people to get $2 an hour more and being told no. People that are making $25,000, $30,000 a year, that's too much for them. We don't have the money for it. But we do have the money to pay someone $500,000 that doesn't show up to meetings, that doesn't send emails, that people don't know where they are most of the time. And I get in this situation where I want to quit. I get offered another job, but my boss goes out on vacation, and I promise, I say, I'm not going to quit while you're on vacation. I won't do that. Then I get this offer to go work at the Department of Family Services in Loudoun County, actually helping people get their food stamps or TANF or Medicaid, things that they really need help with. And in the same time, I'm working both of these jobs. I'd get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, be out of the house by 7 so I could be in Leesburg by 8:30, work this new job, try to understand everything going into county government. I've never worked in county government before, trying to figure all this out. I'd drive the hour back home in Leesburg traffic. I'm sure you guys know how that is. I get back home, it's around 6:30. I have dinner for kids to make. I have a house to finish cleaning. I do that for a few hours, make dinner, spend some time with the kids. It's 9 o'clock, it's bedtime, they go to bed. I get now to work this second job. And I work this second job from 9 o'clock at night until 1 o'clock in the morning. And then I go to sleep for a few hours and I wake up and I go back to Leesburg. Eventually, at the end of last week, I gave my resignation and said, I just can't do this. This last week that just happened was coming up, and here I am really hitting where the rubber hits the road. This is the real test this week. I have this new job. I've been working these two jobs. I quit one of them. I have a divorce hearing on Tuesday, not really knowing how that's going to go. I've never been in that situation before. I have all 4 kids at home. The first time that all 4 of them are home during school, so making sure that they're getting up on time, making sure that they're eating, bathing. I have one daughter who I have to figure out how she's getting to and from cheerleading. Another daughter I have to figure out how she's getting to and from band and theater and American Heritage Girls. I have a son who is obsessed with this other little girl that he's talking to all the time, a 10-year-old that has the social life I wish I would have had or I wish I could have. And it's hard. Every morning I'm just thinking about, I have this to get done. I have this to get done. Not to mention, I still have a sermon to write and to be here on Sunday and get everything prepared. And it is a little bit of a pressure here, I'm sure. Lloyd and Terry can attest that when you're preparing this, every sermon has to be the best sermon you've ever made in your entire life, and it's going to change everybody's life every time. That's what you think. So you're trying to give that. And then there was a change for me. I decided, for whatever reason, to stop focusing on all of these negative things. I decided to start focusing on any and all the blessings that I get to see. Sometimes, I'll be honest with you, I get a little concerned when I come in and we talk about joys and concerns, and I don't hear people say, well, I have a joy that I was here today, or a joy that I woke up. I've been blessed to be able to wake up 13,159 times. Some of you are close to that number. Some of you may be a little bit farther along than that number. But we forget that that was 13,000. Every day is a miracle and a blessing that you are allowed to be here. It's a blessing, like I said, today in our joys and concerns, to be able to do life with the people that we're able to do life with, even the ones that test us and stretch us sometimes. As the week went through, Sophie, I'm going to need you down here for this next section, sorry. As the week goes through, it's Monday. We're looking for, or I believe it's Tuesday, I'm sorry. We're looking for Madison and Taylor and Sophia. It's me and Isaiah. We're almost done with dinner. We're trying to figure things out. So we have to do the the proverbial yell out the door, dinner's ready for everybody to come back, and nobody's coming. So we go outside and we see this sunset. Now, here is what I hear from Isaiah. I'm enamored with this, looking at this. And I just feel these blessings of, I'm here at this moment. I have the gift of vision. I have the ability to feel the warmth of the sun. I have the ability to just see this. I have my son who, those of you who have raised children, my 3 of them are at the age where sometimes I'm their friend, sometimes I'm their parent. Most of the time I'm a ghost in the house. I'm just ignored. I am the one that picks up messes that just magically get picked up. But I have this moment with Isaiah where he runs out and he wants to take pictures, not for himself, but he wants to take pictures of the sunset for his sister, who he really can't stand, according to him. But he knows that she loves taking pictures of sunsets, and we can't find her. We don't know where she's at. So he wants to make sure he gets that picture for his sister. As the week goes on, we have this tradition where when the kids come in, we kind of talk about what are we going to have for dinner over the next week. I have to kind of plan that so we do what we need to do. And one of the days we were going to do breakfast. So here I am trying to cook waffles and eggs and hash browns and bacon all at the same time by myself. And I have 3 kids asking me 3 different complete questions at the same time. And they all want an answer right here, right now. While I'm still trying to cook, I'm still in between the one job I just left and the one I'm getting ready to have to work. And it's Wednesday, and we do this thing on Wednesday, which has become a new tradition. Every other Wednesday we do a cookie crumble Wednesday. If you don't know what Crumble Cookies is, it's a little cookie place. They have one in Martinsburg. And for a long time I avoided going there because the cookies are rather expensive, $30 for like 6 cookies. And that sounds like a lot. But they're big cookies, and what we do is we cut them up, and we put them on the plate, and everybody gets to taste and kind of talk about what they like about this cookie or what they don't like about this one, but you taste them all. Crumble Cookies little app has a thing where you put your rating, and we all give a rating and kind of come up with an average, and we say, oh, this cookie was a 3 out of 5. I'm able to do that with my kids, be able to have that conversation with them, be able to spend that time with them, focusing on the blessings that God has given me. And then when I realize it's not about $30 cookies, I'd spend $300 on those cookies to have that 2 hours or hour and a half of conversation with my kids and being able to do that with them. Then as the week goes on, I'm continuing, Nathan, you have to focus on the things that you're blessed with. Don't focus on all the other things that are happening. Friday comes, and it is a Friday night football game at a high school. It's been years since I've been to one. A lot of family comes. We have Noah and Hazley, and Hayes is enjoying the football game. We're getting hot dogs and mozzarella sticks, and obviously had to get my Martinsburg band shirt. And I understand I took quite a risk today, but in my heart it really hurt because I went to Musselman, my brother went to Musselman, our parents went to Musselman, and then here I am having to wear Martinsburg. So if the kids ever wonder if I really care about you, that's it. But I get to see Taylor at her first real high school event in the band, getting to perform at a home game. We got to see the new quarterback or second string quarterback for the Chicago Bears, someone that has come from Martinsburg, and being able to watch him. This is one of those moments, those rookie moments that people will talk about when he makes it big, that we got to see him do the coin toss at his old high school after he got signed. We got to walk around. It was Sophia's first time at a high school football game, walking around and just seeing all the people and the noises and the smells and the things that were just a joy and a blessing to be a part of. It was when I changed my focus on what was happening to me to what has happened for me that really changed things for me this week. Being able to focus on all the things that sometimes get swept under the rug because we're so focused on the things that are negative. It's said that it takes 7 positive interactions or 7 positive things to happen to outweigh 1 negative thing before your mind starts to focus on the positive. And I can tell you today, no matter what negative things have happened to you this morning already or things that are coming this week, you've already, by the time we've met this morning at 10:30, you've already had those 7. Sometimes we miss them. We were blessed to get up this morning. We were blessed to have fuel in our vehicles. We were blessed to have a vehicle to get to church. We were blessed to have a building to come to. There are so many things. There's so many blessings. I know that there are things that distract us and keep our minds on other things. For example, we were running to church this morning. This is why we have a new tech team member. My little clicker, I couldn't find the piece that goes to it. But today Sophia was here. Don't always have her here, but she volunteered to be a clicker. I was blessed. We're coming into church, and so I look back at Sophia and she says, we got to go to the store. I have a hole in my leggings. Tights, leggings. We figure it out. We make it. We could have focused on the problems. We could have focused on the things that we had to do, but instead we focused on the blessings that we had. Like I said, I don't know what your challenges are. But I do know no matter what your challenges are, you have been far more blessed than you accept sometimes. And I know that it's hard to make that switch to look at the things that are positive, but I can tell you from really doing it, it makes a difference. You start to notice all the other blessings that you have that you've grown accustomed to, that you've forgotten about. The fact that you have running water in your home, the fact that you have electricity in your home, there are billions, not millions, not hundreds, but billions of people who don't have that. And those are 3 or 4 things you did this morning. Before maybe you ran into traffic, before maybe your leggings had a hole in them. Before your tights had a hole in them. All of these blessings, we remember that no matter how hard things get, no matter how crummy the situation may seem, we are far more blessed than we could ever deserve, we could ever see. Amen? Amen. Now we are running on time, so